Dear listeners, I welcome you to my channel. Leave your comments and impressions, I value your opinion. My heart is pounding like a drum, the sound almost drowning out the rain pattering against the window. The air feels colder than usual as I sit on the edge of our bed, the sheets crumpled and indifferent. Then she says it. The words tumble out of Helen's mouth in a hurried whisper, as if speaking them faster might lessen their impact. Darling, I have to sleep with my sister's husband or their marriage will fall apart. But I must tell you, I've been dreaming about this for a long time. Time stops, or maybe it just slows, dragging each second out into a painful eternity. My eyes bulge, not just from the shock, but from the sheer audacity. How long has she harbored these feelings? How long have I been living a lie, sharing my bed, my life, with someone who dreams of another? Without saying a word, I rise from the bed. My limbs are robotic, moving on their own accord as I approach the nightstand. The drawer slides open with a whisper, and there it is. The small, cold revolver my father gave me for protection. Protection from intruders, he had said, never from the woman you love. I grasp it, the metal heavy and solid in my shaky hand, and turn to face her. Helen's eyes are wide, mirroring my own fear and confusion, but perhaps for different reasons. She must see the resolve in my gaze because she starts talking fast, her words tripping over each other. Lara, please listen to me. It's not what you think. It's complicated. Complicated? I echo, my voice hollow. The gun feels heavier now, an anchor dragging me down into this abyss of betrayal. How long, Helen? She wrings her hands, a nervous gesture I used to find endearing. It's been months. But it's not just physical, it's emotional too. We tried to fight it, Lara. But tonight, we think it's the only way to. To what? Save their marriage by destroying ours. My voice rises, a crescendo of hurt and incredulity. I step closer, the weapon still pointed at the ground. My intention not to threaten, but to emphasize the gravity of her confession. No, Lara, it's not like that. We think if Tom and I can get this out of our system, the tension will go away. We can all move on. Move on? I laugh, but it's a laugh devoid of humor. You want to get this out of your system with my sister's husband, and you expect me to just... What? Wait here? She shakes her head, steps towards me, her hands reaching out as if she could wipe away this mess with a touch. I love you, Lara. I do. But I love him too. I don't expect you to understand, but nothing. Cutting her off, I back away. My decision cementing itself with each heartbeat. I need to think. I need to get out of here. Lara, please. Ignoring her pleas, I slip the gun into the pocket of my robe, its weight a constant reminder of the betrayal seeping through the walls of our home. I need to see him, Tom, to look into the eyes of the man who is conspiring to dismantle our lives. I need answers that only he can give me. With my mind racing and my heart in shards, I step out into the chilly night, the rain an unwelcome companion on my journey towards a confrontation that might just change everything. The cold rain mixes with the hot tears streaming down my cheeks as I hurry through the slick streets. My mind spins with every step, replaying Helen's words, the look in her eyes. How could she? How could they? My hand clenches around the gun in my pocket, its presence a grim comfort. I arrive at Tom and Sarah's house, the porch light a beacon in the dreary night. My heart pounds as I raise my hand to knock. But the door swings open before my knuckles touch the wood. There stands Sarah, my sister, her face pale and drawn. Lara? What are you doing here? It's pouring out. Sarah's voice is full of concern, but I barely register it. I need to see Tom, I say, pushing past her into the warmth of their home. The familiar smells of their life hit me. Fresh paint from the baby's room they were decorating, coffee from the pot that always seemed to be full. It all seems so normal, so painfully intact compared to the chaos in my heart. Sarah closes the door, her brow furrowing. Is everything okay? Did something happen with Helen? Yes. I spit the word out like it's venom. Something happened. Before she can ask another question, Tom appears at the top of the stairs. His face registers surprise, then concern. Lara, what's going on? We need to talk. Now. My voice is firm, the command non-negotiable. Sarah looks between us, a growing realization dawning on her face. Tom, what's she talking about? But I don't give him the chance to answer. In private, I insist, and Sarah, though hesitant, nods and retreats into the kitchen. Tom leads me into the living room, the tension palpable. As soon as we're alone, I confront him. How could you, Tom? With Helen? My wife. Tom runs a hand through his hair, a gesture of frustration. Laura, it's not what you think, I swear. We were trying to find a way to... To what? She openly. Ruin our marriages under the guise of saving them. I'm almost shouting now, the sound sharp against the soft patter of rain on the windows. No, it's not like that. It's just... He struggles for words, his usually confident demeanor crumbling. It's complicated. Complicated? I echo, my anger flaring. That seems to be the word of the night. Explain it to me, Tom. Make me understand how lying and sneaking around is supposed to help anyone. He sighs, looking down. We thought if we faced this attraction, it might go away. That we could stop all these sneaking feelings and just return to normal. By sleeping together? I throw the accusation like a dart, watching it hit its mark. Tom winces. We were wrong, Lara. I see that now. The door to the kitchen opens, and Sarah steps in, her expression a mixture of anger and disbelief. Is it true, Tom, Helen? His nod is small, defeated. Sarah looks like she might crumble right there. The betrayal in the room is palpable, a thick fog of hurt and lies. I pull out the gun, the weight of it suddenly real and terrifying. I came here tonight to confront you, to make you see what you're doing to us. But now, I don't even know what to do. Tom's eyes widen at the sight of the gun, his voice a desperate whisper. Laura, please. Sarah steps forward, her hand reaching out to me. Laura, we can fix this. We're family. Please. Family. The word resonates, echoing amidst the storm outside and the storm within. I look at their faces, Tom, full of regret, Sarah, teeming with pain. And I realize, whatever comes next, it can't be this. It can't be more destruction. Slowly, I put the gun down on the coffee table, my resolve firming. We're going to fix this, together. But not like this. Not with lies and secrets. As the rain continues to fall, a semblance of hope begins to form, fragile and new. Maybe, just maybe, we can salvage what's left. Rebuild on stronger foundations, but it will take more than just forgiveness. It will take a rebirth of trust. And that journey starts now. As I leave Tom and Sarah's house, the air feels charged, the earlier rain leaving a crispness that seems to slice through the night. My mind is a whirlwind, caught between anger and a desperate hope to mend what seems irreparably broken. I need time, space, a moment to gather the scattered pieces of my thoughts. My phone buzzes relentlessly in my pocket, Helen's name flashing on the screen with each vibration. I ignore it, my stride quickening as I head towards the one place I always find solace. The small 24-hour cafe down the street, its warm glow a beacon in the darkness. The bell above the door jingles as I enter, and the familiar smell of coffee and baked goods envelops me. I choose a secluded corner booth, sinking into the cushioned seat. Before I can signal for a drink, the waitress, a kindly middle-aged woman named Marla whom I've come to know over countless late nights, approaches with a sympathetic smile. Rough night, hon? Marla sets down a steaming mug of coffee in front of me without waiting for my order. You could say that, I reply, forcing a weak smile as I wrap my hands around the warm ceramic. Marla nods, her eyes reflecting a motherly concern. You want to talk about it, or do you want some peace? I hesitate, the part of me that craves solitude warring with the part that needs to unload. Maybe a bit of both, Marla. She pulls out a notepad, pen poised. You start talking, I'll start listening, and I'll bring you some of that apple pie I know you love. On the house. Grateful, I nod and start from the beginning, the confession, the gun, the confrontation. Marla listens, her expression shifting from surprise to indignation, then back to sympathy. When I finish, she sets a slice of pie in front of me, her demeanor serious. Lara, honey, that's a whole mess of trouble. But it sounds like you're handling it better than most would. Am I? Doubt creeps into my voice. I left the gun there, on their table. I walked away from my own wife without really understanding why she did what she did. Marla pours herself a coffee and sits across from me. Sometimes understanding takes time, more time than we'd like, and maybe, just maybe, it's not about understanding her reasons but deciding what you can live with. Her words sink in heavy and hard. What if I can't live with any of it? That's a decision you'll have to make, Lara. But remember, forgiveness isn't about accepting what they did. It's about choosing not to carry the anger and hurt with you forever. I consider her words, the warmth of the coffee seeping into my bones. Maybe Marla is right. Maybe forgiveness is the key, not just for Helen and Tom, but for myself. As I finish my pie, my phone buzzes again. This time, I answer it. Helen's voice is shaky, a mix of relief and fear. Laura, I'm so sorry. Can we talk? I pause, the weight of Marla's advice in my heart. Yes, we need to. I'll be home in an hour. Thank you, Helen whispers, and I can hear the tears in her voice. I hang up, my decision made. Whatever happens next, I will face it head on, not with a weapon, but with an open heart ready to rebuild or release, depending on what the truth brings. The drive home feels longer than usual, each streetlight casting elongated shadows that seem to chase the car. The anticipation churns in my stomach, a mix of dread and determination. When I pull into the driveway, the house looks different, as if it knows its secrets are about to be exposed. I find Helen in the living room, sitting in the dim glow of a single lamp, her posture defeated. The sight of her vulnerability tugs at my heart, but I brace myself. This is about uncovering the truth, about finally understanding the why behind the betrayal. Lara, Helen starts as I sit opposite her. Let me speak first, I interrupt, needing to set the terms of this confrontation. I've had a lot of time to think tonight. About us, about our marriage, and about what you told me. I need the whole truth, Helen. All of it, now. She nods, takes a deep breath, and begins. You know my family's history with mental illness, Lara. Last year, when my depression got bad, I started therapy again. Tom was just supposed to be a part of the family support group. I frowned, trying to piece together her words, and it became more. Not physically, but emotionally. We were just two people struggling to cope, and it spiraled. I told you because I couldn't bear the guilt anymore. And I thought, her voice breaks, laden with sorrow. You thought what? My voice is soft, but insistent. I thought if we confronted it, if we were honest, it might break the cycle of lies. I never meant to hurt you. The simplicity of her confession hits me hard, but it doesn't fit together. Not completely, and the part about it saving their marriage? That was Tom's idea, Helen admits. He thought it might help Sarah understand his own struggles, make her see that he needed support, not surveillance. It's a convoluted explanation, one that paints a picture of tangled emotions and desperate decisions. But it's not the whole picture, I realize. There's a piece missing, a shadow still unlit. But why now, Helen? Why come clean tonight? She hesitates, then reaches into her pocket and pulls out an envelope, handing it to me. I found out last week. I'm pregnant, Lara. The room spins as I take in her words, the envelope heavy in my hands. And the baby? It's yours, Lara, it's ours. I never cheated on you physically. I wanted to be sure before I told you anything that might change everything. This revelation rewrites every narrative I had constructed in my mind about betrayal and infidelity. Here in this envelope lies a different future, one filled not with deceit but with the possibility of new life. But why the charade with Tom? Why make up the affair? I ask, confusion lacing my words. It wasn't entirely made up. I needed an excuse, a way to explain my emotional distance while I figured things out. It was wrong, I know that now. It was the only way I could think to protect you from my uncertainty about the pregnancy. The layers of her deception are complex, woven with threads of misguided protection and genuine fear. As I absorb her words, the anger and betrayal that had fueled my actions begin to dissipate, replaced by an overwhelming sense of what could be lost, and what might still be saved. So what now? I ask, the weight of the gun in my memory a stark reminder of how close we came to a different ending. Now we try to heal, Helen says, reaching for my hand. If you can forgive me, if you want this child, if you still want us. I look at her, really look, seeing not just the woman who lied, but the woman who loves me, flawed and scared and hopeful. And as I take her hand, I realize that forgiveness is not just a gift to the giver, but a bridge to a future where honesty can rebuild what fear tried to destroy. We'll need help. More therapy. Honesty, no matter how hard it gets. I say, feeling the first stirrings of hope. Helen nods, tears in her eyes. Anything, Lara. Everything. As we sit together, the shadows recede, chased away by the light of a difficult but necessary truth. And in that light, I see not just the end of this ordeal, but the beginning of something truly new. The intrigue of betrayal gives way to the promise of forgiveness, and in this, our story finds not an ending, but a continuation, messy, real, and filled with potential.